What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Comics and Reactions. Today, man, we're going over issue number 1, The Amazing Spider-Man. Let's get into it. So, spoilers are ahead, but man, we start off, all right, Peter, a bit older, he's looking for a job, and he can't get a job because he's either been tardy, all right, because he's Spider-Man, bruise-faced, why, because he's Spider-Man, worked for Norman, worked for, Parker Industries. So all these things are kind of going against him, right? Goes home, talks to Aunt May, and says, "Man, I got that Parker luck. I can't find a job, or not that I can't find one. I can't get a job. Why? Because I'm Spider Man." But he gets a call. All right, and the call is from a former friend, a childhood friend, who's gonna hook him up. Right. So Peter's potentially gonna become supervising engineer of cooperative disciplines at Rand Enterprises. The next thing you know, we're like, turn it on for the big boss. All right, then he dips. Why? Because now we're fighting Rhino. Now, this is where things get even more interesting because Peter's a little bit confused with Rhino. He's like, okay, something is wrong. Aside from the obvious derailment of what could have really been a cool job, the Rhino's been really chill for a bit. All right, muscle for hire, sure, but also bad you can talk to. This is new. All right. Then the artwork on this issue, this run will probably be amazing. I mean, I love it right there. But back to the comic, right? So he's asking the truck driver, he's like, "Hey, do you care about this truck?" Guy's like, "Yeah, I've been having this truck for 20 years." Peter's like, "Then I'm sorry for your loss." All right. Slams the truck over the Rhino. All right. Slams the truck, slams the door. And here's where things get interesting. The Rhino's done. No pulse. All right. You got Peter essentially giving him CPR in the middle of the street. And then we fast forward to Kingsley Tower, begging the question, should New York spend valuable resources on medical care for the Rhino? Woo! Do we know where the Rhino's being held? Ravencroft, I've already intercepted the blood work. Don't keep me in suspense. All right, so as you can see, we got somebody potentially kind of using the Rhino as money for hire, which I expect, right? Hit the windows on your way out, would you, Simon? As pleases Mr. Kingsley, see you tomorrow. Speak freely, he's gone. So obviously now we got somebody kind of creeping in the shadows. So the Rhino has no clue what he did to his own body, and the staff at Ravencroft aren't winning any Nobel Prizes in biochemical science. So obviously they kind of used Rhino to do a little something, something, but Rhino doesn't even know what they did, right? So, but Spider-Man has more than a hero punches big dumb idiot relationship with the Rhino. The heart attack may trigger suspicion. Suspicion may trigger investigation. All right, so now things are gonna get a bit more interesting because he's like, will it be a problem if I add him to your to-do list? No response. That's an unsettling pause. Sorry, quick self-check. I promise I never lie to you. I'll give him the treatment he deserves in a most professional manner. Outstanding. Make sure you dress to impress. I have an image to uphold. Ooh, boy, we got the Rhino passing out. Now Peter's potentially in danger too. You got Peter going out, all right, with Shay. But after the night out, you got Peter. He's going to go check out the Rhino's house. Now, he's sitting there going through apartment. Apartment looks completely fine. This is where he's confused. He's like, okay, his rampage didn't start in the apartment. Then, what happened? And Spider, he's got the little spidey senses tingling, right? But nothing's around him, right? He's like, spider senses ringing so loud it makes me nauseous, but there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Just the sound of my breathing and pounding of. All right, and this is what we see right here. All right, artwork. Woo! Amazing. And then we jump to Oscorp, okay? Where Norman's about to, he's about to resign, all right, because of the whole goblin issue. And the husband of Sandra Peterson basically lashes out, all right, and tries to attack Norman because Norman essentially killed his wife, right? Her name was Sandra, all right? Norman gets sick of that, almost puts the guy under, but instead he says, get the guy medical attention, all right? I was going to resign today, shut the door on my past, and live my days out in obscurity. But a friend recently reminded me that those who have abused great power, if given the chance, have a responsibility to make amends. All right. So the mission of Oscorp is now to make amends with everything he's done wrong. You got the Amazing Spider-Man trying to figure out what's going on with Rhino. All right, nice little night out with their friends. We'll see what happens there. Issue number 1, I'm probably gonna give that probably 7.5 out of 10. The Rhino's gonna be an interesting storyline, to be honest with you. Oscorp, Norman, will he actually stay good? And then the whole intentions behind the Rhino thing, and is Peter up next? Whatever they drugged Rhino with, is Peter gonna get that same drug? We'll have to see what happens in issue 2, man, because we have a new villain in issue 2, so I can't wait for that. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Comics and Reactions is out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.